From the windswept plains of Mongolia, where the vast expanse of the steppe meets the horizon, a story of unparalleled ambition and conquest began to unfold. Stretching from the heart of Asia to the edges of Europe, this tale is one of epic proportions. The largest contiguous land empire in history arose under the banner of one man, Genghis Khan. His empire spanned thousands of miles, encompassing diverse cultures and peoples. His name echoes through the ages, synonymous with conquest, power, and a ruthlessness that redrew the map of the world. Yet his legacy is more than just a series of battles and conquests. Behind the legend, a more nuanced story unfolds. Genghis Khan, born Temujin, was not merely a conqueror. He was a visionary leader who transformed the social and political landscape of his time. Genghis Khan, born Temujin, was not merely a conqueror. He was a unifier, a strategist, and a ruler who left an indelible mark on law, trade, and the very fabric of Eurasian society. His early life was marked by hardship and struggle, shaping him into the formidable leader he would become. He was a unifier, a strategist, and a ruler who left an indelible mark on law, trade, and the very fabric of Eurasian society. His innovative strategies and policies fostered trade and communication across his vast empire, connecting East and West in ways previously unimaginable. This is not just the tale of battles won and cities razed, though those were plentiful. It is the exploration of a life forged in the crucible of hardship, ambition, and a vision that stretched far beyond the endless horizon of the steppe. His military campaigns were legendary, but so were his efforts to establish a code of laws and promote meritocracy. It is the exploration of a life forged in the crucible of hardship, ambition, and a vision that stretched far beyond the endless horizon of the steppe. From his tumultuous beginnings to his mysterious end, Genghis Khan's life was a testament to the power of resilience and vision. From his tumultuous beginnings to his mysterious end, the story of Genghis Khan is a window into a pivotal era of human history. His rise from obscurity to the ruler of a vast empire is a saga of determination and strategic brilliance. The story of Genghis Khan is a window into a pivotal era of human history, one where empires clashed, cultures intertwined, and the destiny of nations hung in the balance. His influence extended far beyond his lifetime, shaping the course of history in profound ways. One where empires clashed, cultures intertwined, and the destiny of nations hung in the balance. The legacy of Genghis Khan is a testament to the enduring impact of one man's vision and the indomitable spirit of the Mongol people. Around the year 1162, near the sacred mountain of Burkhan Khaldun, a boy named Temujin came into the world. His birth was auspicious, marked by the legend of a blood clot clutched in his tiny fist, a sign in Mongol folklore that he was destined for greatness. But Temujin's early life was far from the gilded cradle one might expect of a future emperor. He was born into a world of warring tribes where alliances were fluid and survival depended on strength, cunning, and a healthy dose of luck. His father, Yasuge, was a chieftain of some repute, but his position was precarious. The Mongol tribes were a fragmented lot, constantly vying for dominance over grazing lands and trading routes. Betrayal was commonplace, and enemies lurked in every shadow, waiting for a moment of weakness to exploit. Temujin's childhood was one of constant uncertainty, his early years a harsh lesson in the brutal realities of power. Tragedy struck early in Temujin's life, setting the stage for a series of events that would test his resilience and shape his destiny. His father, poisoned by a rival clan, breathed his last when the boy was just 9 years old. This loss was not just personal, it was a blow to the entire family, leaving them vulnerable and without a leader. With their protector gone, Temujin, his mother, and his siblings were cast out by their own clan, left to fend for themselves in the unforgiving wilderness. The betrayal by their own people was a harsh lesson in the brutal realities of life. These were dark times, years of hardship that would shape the man Temujin would become. The family faced starvation, the biting cold, and the constant threat of hostile forces. Every day was a struggle for survival. He hunted to survive, scavenged for scraps, and endured the bitter sting of betrayal from those he once considered kin. The young boy learned to be resourceful, to trust no one but his immediate family, and to rely on his wits and courage. Yet even in these trials, the seeds of greatness were being sown. Temujin's determination and resilience began to shine through. he started to gather a small group of loyal followers, individuals who saw in him the potential for something greater. Temujin's charisma, honed by necessity, began to attract followers, warriors drawn to his strength, his determination, and his vision of a united Mongolia. His ability to inspire and lead others became evident, even in these early years. He learned to navigate the treacherous currents of tribal politics, forging alliances through a combination of diplomacy, strategic marriages, and, when necessary, brute force. Each alliance was a step towards his ultimate goal. Each victory, however small, brought him closer to his goal, and with each passing season, his reputation as a leader grew. The boy who had once been abandoned was now on a path to becoming one of the most formidable leaders in history. By his early 20s, Temujin had begun to unite the Mongol tribes, not through sheer conquest, but through a shrewd blend of diplomacy and military prowess. He was not just a warrior, but a visionary leader who saw the potential of a united Mongol nation. He understood that strength lay not just in numbers, but in unity of purpose. Temujin's ability to inspire loyalty and trust among his followers was unparalleled. He offered his defeated enemies a choice: swear loyalty and join his growing coalition, or face the consequences. Many chose the former, recognizing in Temujin a leader who could bring stability and prosperity to their fractured world. His rise was not without its setbacks. He faced betrayals, near-death experiences, and the constant threat of assassination. Yet, each challenge only strengthened his resolve. Through it all, Temujin persevered, his resolve hardened by adversity. He was a master of strategy, adapting his tactics to the strengths and weaknesses of his enemies. He valued loyalty above all else and surrounded himself with capable generals and advisors who shared his vision. By 1206, at a grand Kurultai, a gathering of Mongol chiefs, Temujin was formally proclaimed Genghis Khan, the oceanic ruler, the great Khan of all Mongols. His journey from outcast to emperor was complete. Genghis Khan's legacy would be one of the most transformative in history, shaping the course of nations and empires for centuries to come. His story is a testament to the power of vision, resilience, and the unyielding pursuit of a dream. From the steppes of Mongolia to the far reaches of the known world, Genghis Khan's influence would be felt far and wide. His legacy is not just one of conquest, but of unification, innovation, and the forging of a new world order. He was a master of strategy, adapting his tactics to the strengths and weaknesses of his enemies. His ability to learn and adapt was key to his success. He valued loyalty above all else and surrounded himself with capable generals and advisors who shared his vision. By 1206, at a grand Kurultai, a gathering of Mongol chiefs, Temujin was formally proclaimed Genghis Khan, the oceanic ruler, the great Khan of all Mongols. His journey from outcast to emperor was complete. Genghis Khan's legacy would be one of the most transformative in history, shaping the course of nations and empires for centuries to come. His story is a testament to the power of vision, resilience, and the unyielding pursuit of a dream. From the steppes of Mongolia to the far reaches of the known world, Genghis Khan's influence would be felt far and wide. His legacy is not just one of conquest, but of unification, innovation, and the forging of a new world order. Temujin was formally proclaimed Genghis Khan, the oceanic ruler, the great Khan of all Mongols. His journey from outcast to emperor was complete. With unmatched prowess and strategic brilliance, Genghis Khan commanded vast armies across the steppes. His leadership was not just about sheer numbers, it was about the remarkable discipline and coordination he instilled in his forces. Under his guidance, ordinary warriors transformed into an unstoppable force. His ability to adapt and innovate on the battlefield set him apart, making him one of history's most formidable military leaders. From the unification of the Mongol tribes to the conquest of distant lands, Genghis Khan's legacy as a master tactician is undeniable. The Mongol conquests under Genghis Khan swept across Asia like a relentless tide. From the vast steppes of Mongolia to the far reaches of Europe, his armies were unstoppable. With each victory, the Mongol Empire expanded, bringing diverse cultures and peoples under its dominion. The sheer speed and scale of their conquests were unprecedented, reshaping the political landscape of the known world. It was a time of great upheaval and transformation, as ancient kingdoms fell and new powers emerged. Despite the chaos of war, Genghis Khan established a remarkable order within his empire. He implemented a code of laws known as the Yasa, which promoted discipline and unity among his people. Trade routes flourished under his rule, connecting distant lands and fostering economic growth. The Pax Mongolica, or Mongol peace, allowed for the safe passage of goods and ideas across vast distances. Genghis Khan's vision of a unified empire brought stability and prosperity to the regions under his control. As Genghis Khan aged, his thoughts turned to the future of his empire. He sought to ensure that his legacy would endure beyond his lifetime. In his final years, he focused on consolidating his conquests and securing the loyalty of his successors. The great Khan's health began to decline, but his spirit remained unyielding. Even in his twilight years, Genghis Khan continued to lead his people with unwavering determination. His death marked the end of an era, but the empire he built would continue to shape the course of history. The legacy of Genghis Khan cast a long shadow over the centuries that followed. His descendants continued to expand the Mongol Empire, creating one of the largest contiguous empires in history. The cultural and technological exchanges facilitated by the Mongols had a lasting impact on the world. Genghis Khan's name became synonymous with both fear and respect, a testament to his extraordinary achievements. His influence can still be felt today, as the echoes of his conquests reverberate through time. The story of Genghis Khan is a reminder of the profound ways in which a single leader can change the course of history.